Hello and welcome to Trails in the Sky second chapter. At the moment we are in chapter 3, hanging out in Grand Cell. We just did the Herb Scenic Route monster and then we went to the Herb Royal Villa to pick up Renne. It was the child I was expecting it to be. I kind of figured because she's the only named child we know. But we picked her up and we're back in Grand Cell now, about to go to the guild and talk to Elnan. We're back, Elnan! Oh. Hi, Estelle. Sid. Hello again, Miss Bright. We seem to be running into each other quite a bit these days. Well, hey there, Colonel Sid. Thought the old man might send you, Sid. You're back from Lyston Fortress, I see. That's right. I just arrived here a little while ago on one of our patrol ships. I apologize for the wait. No, it's okay. We actually had a little job of our own to take care of. Speaking of which, would that young lady be... Oh right, yeah, she is. Some stuff went down, so we had to bring her along. Hey Ren, we've got some things we need to talk about with the army man. Can you go wait on the second floor? Oh, is this work stuff? Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, I guess I don't mind. You're just like Papa. It's always work, work, work. I don't really like that very much. Ren, right? Do you want to talk for a little while? I want to get to know you. With you? Well, okay, I guess we could. Okay. We'll be on the second floor, Estelle. Aw, Tita, you're very sweet. Go distract the child. Phew, saved by the Tita. Well, your report on the situation can wait for now. Let's hear out Colonel Sid first. Sure. Lay it on us, Sid. Thank you, I'm in a hurry myself. So this is an official request from the Royal Army. There's a series of incidents we'd like you to investigate. Of course there is! Incidents? Why does the way you say that make me shiver a bit? I don't know, maybe because we've already had 2 run-ins with enforcers? You're aware of the Non-Aggression Pact, yes? I'm afraid threatening letters have been delivered to all parties involved in the signing. Someone's threatening the treaty? That's not good at all. What did the letters say exactly? Please, have a look. To all parties involved in the Non-Aggression Pact, immediately back down from this act of deceit and false compromise. Should you not, a great disaster will be visited upon you. What in the... Yeah, that's a threat, alright. Is this the whole thing? Yes, that's the entire thing. As you may have noticed, there is no name or any other indication of a sender. Normally, I'd simply dismiss it as a prank. However, something about the situation makes you believe it's more than a bad joke, yes? Yes. It's the volume of letters sent, you see. The first arrived at Lyston Fortress. Copies are then sent to the Airship Company, Grand Cell Cathedral, Hotel Roenbaum, and the Liberal News Service. Then copies arrived at both the Erebonian and Calvard embassies, the Herb Royal Villa, and even Grand Cell Castle itself. 9 letters in total. Who'd send that many letters? Yeah, that'd be a lot of work for a prank in poor taste. I can see why the army would start to get concerned. I don't get it though. The Airship Company? The Liberal News? The friggin' hotel and a church? They don't seem to have anything to do with the signing. They are not totally unrelated, to be honest. The Airship Company shall be sending charter vessels to ferry the Imperial and Republican officials here. They will, of course, be staying at the Roenbaum. Furthermore, the church, or specifically Archbishop Current of the Cathedral, has been asked to be an observer at the signing. And the Liberal News has been preparing a special report on the pact and signing for weeks. So they are all connected somehow. So do we have any idea who's behind it? That could be a difficult question to answer. This is an international matter, meaning anyone from Liberal, Erebonia, or Calvard could be responsible. Yes, the Warhawks in either the Empire or the Republic for starters. It could even be someone from another country entirely who isn't happy to see all 3 countries working together. Of course, there are plenty of suspects in Liberal as well. And we can't forget the obvious answer, the society. So what exactly do you want us to investigate here, Sid? Right then, the mission. We would like for you to investigate all the locations that have received the letters and see if anyone has any further leads. Minus Leiston and Irv, that is. We'll handle those. The other 7 locations are yours. So the Airship Company, Grancel Cathedral, Hotel Roenbaum, the Liberal News, the Arbonian Embassy, the Calvardian Embassy, and Grancel Castle. That will involve a bit of walking. More to the point, uniformed soldiers asking around would attract a great deal of unwanted attention. Now that you lack an intelligence division, it makes sense to ask the Guild to help investigate such matters. As embarrassing as the situation is, you're exactly right. Without a functional intelligence division, we're very limited in what we can do. However, the new general plan from the top brass is to have the Guild help us with as many tasks as possible. This is simply one case of that. Oh really? Thanks a heap, Dad. Yeah, that's about what I'd expect from the old man. I must admit, it was my request to ask for you, however. I've been placed in charge of the defense of the capital region until the signing ceremony. I would like as much information as I can possibly obtain in order to prepare a proper defense. Can I ask you to take this job? Oh, well, I do want to help, but we're really kinda hip-deep in another case at this point. That girl, right? Let us hear your report on that situation now. I see. Yes, an abandoned child is a problem you cannot simply ignore. Why would anyone do such a thing? It's kind of freaking me out, too. I actually met her parents once, briefly. They seemed like this really thoughtful, loving couple. They adored Renne from what I saw. I have to think something really, really serious happened to make them leave her. Possible. They may have gotten entangled in something and wanted to keep their child out of it. I do see an opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, however. Huh? Renne and her parents are foreigners, remember? You'll need to inquire at the hotel and the embassies regardless. Hey, I think I know where you're going with this. And it just so happens they got threatened. We'd want to check with the airship company too, come to think. I'll put out a general alert to all army posts to watch for her parents as well. Should they pass through any of the gate checkpoints, we should know. Thanks, Colonel. Sounds like you can take the job after all. Colonel, you may leave the investigation itself to us. I presume you'll want the final report in paper and in person, however? Yes, we'd prefer to avoid telephones to avoid any risk of interception. You'll be able to find me at the Herb Royal Villa beginning today, actually. I'm sorry for the extra trouble, but could I ask that you bring the final report there in person? Sure. We'll see you at the villa once we know what's up. I wish you luck then. Stells and Olivia and Chloe were to head to the embassies, Grancel Castle, and the Liberal News, while Agate would investigate the Cathedral, Hotel, and Airship Company on his own. Why is he going on his own? Okay, we'll be heading out. Tita, Renne, sorry to leave you 2 behind. Oh, it's okay. We're going out shopping. What? Sorry, Estelle. Renne really wants to visit the department store. Why, that's not how I remember things, Tita. As I recall, you were the one who said she wanted to look at all the stuffed animals. Aw, Renne. Well, I know you're bored, Renne, but since I'm not sure when we'll find out something about your parents, I'd like for you 2 to wait here. Oh, come on. That's so not fair. Double Doe-Eye stairs? It'll be cool. Tita's with her, so they should be fine if they're just out shopping and stuff. I guess so. Okay, Tita, Renne, we'll be back by this evening, so you need to be back by then too, okay? And the capital's a really big place, so don't get lost. We will, and we won't. Renne, let's go. Aw, Tita's so sweet. They sure became fast friends. Yeah, it's really easy to become friends at that age. Man, youth. I feel all old now. Although, Tita and Renne together... Why does that combination send a chill of doom down my spine? Oh? I think they'll be fine. Tija's kind of easy to push around, though. I get the feeling Renne might try to drag her into all kinds of stuff. That might be a good point. Oh yeah, Elnan? Did you get the names of that kid's parents? It took a little insistent asking, but she eventually gave them. Her father's a trader from Crossbow. Harold and Sophia Hayworth are their names. Trader from Crossbow. Harold and Sophia Hayworth. Okay, got it written down. I got it too. Alright, let's get this investigation started. So remember, Estelle's group will visit the embassies, Grancel Castle, and the Liberal News. Then, Olivier, we'll be counting on your aid at the embassies. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Fear not, my brilliant smile can open any door. We'll make sure you see the ambassadors. Your Highness, your help would be invaluable at Grancel Castle. Please introduce Estelle to whoever can best help our investigation. Of course. As for the Liberal News, I believe you yourself have an in for that, Estelle. Yeah, I can bug Neil about it. He kinda owes me at this point. And that leaves the Cathedral, the Airship Company, and the Roenbaum. Agate, good luck with those. No prob, shouldn't take too long. So let's go! Time to get questioning then. Where should we start? Don't think it matters too much. If you want to go to the Calvardian Embassy, you've got a free pass with me around. I can introduce you to Elsa whenever. I, of course, can get us into the Erebonian Embassy. They should be glad to escort us if I introduce myself at the gate. And of course, I rather doubt it'll be very hard for me to get us into Grancel Castle. It might be wise to simply go straight there and speak with Grandmother. I kinda doubt the Liberal News will give us any trouble either, so let's just pick a direction and go. But first... Okay, because the Lost Child one we don't actually get to do anything with. Until we find her parents, I bet. No! No. 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 We'll go do that one first to get it out of the way. Can't see, but I'm making a very grumpy face right now. Old lady, get out of my way. Hi, Jimmy. Hello there. How can I help you? Better yet, how can we help you? We're with the Bracer Guild, sir. Oh, excellent. I was hoping someone would come soon. Let's waste no time getting down to business. Yes. So what was stolen? About that. Did you notice anything off here? Off? This is the airship gallery, right? Hey, now that you mention it, something seems to be missing. You're right, Estelle. There was a portrait of the Arce on this wall, as I recall. Now that you mention it, Chloe, I do remember something like that being here. How could I forget? I saw the portrait myself while touring the capital. Guess we know why you called us now. The portrait of the Arce was stolen, wasn't it? Precisely that. It was there this morning, but around noon or so, I'd noticed that it was gone. This card was on the wall in its place. Oh, Beauty's princess and her loyal companions. The image of the proud white falcon has fallen into my hands. Should you seek it, then answer my challenge. The first key is in the residence of the aged general. Search the Onlooker of Time. So it's something in General Morgan's house. Our rivalry burns brighter still. Yeah, sounds like Phantom Thief Bleublanc, alright. You guys told me about him, but I thought you were exaggerating. You already know who the criminal is? Now that's what I call reassuring. I have every confidence that you'll crack this case. We won't let you down. We'll be back before you know it. Yeah, I knew what it was as soon as I read the notice for it. I don't remember where General Morgan's house was, though. I think it's in the West Block. I don't remember. I remember going into it, but I don't remember where it was. The Onlooker of Time. Here it is. Alright, so what are we looking for? Oh, it is a grandfather clock. I was thinking grandfather clock, but I didn't actually see it there against the wall. So the aged general is probably General Morgan. In that case, is this the Onlooker of Time? That was the first thing I thought of when they said Onlooker of Time. I'm like, grandfather clock! I didn't think I'd be right, though. I'd say it's likely. We'll need to check inside. Estelle asked and received permission from the owners of the house to investigate the clock. That's good. I didn't even think of that part. Probably shouldn't just open up their clock without their say-so. The second key is in the city. Seek the symbol perched on the ground. As we thought. Think something like that was in this house. Well, this guy isn't the type to harm people who aren't involved in his weird plans, so don't worry. Best to close up tight at night just in case there's any more mischief, though. Yes, of course. Yes, we'll be careful. Alright, shall we continue? Now I remember a young girl mentioning the symbol of Grancel, but I think that was on the wall. Symbol on the ground, I'm guessing, is up towards the castle? I don't actually remember. No, they don't. I was thinking they had... Ah, it's not what I wanted. No. Good day, Your Highness. Please don't overwork yourself, my lady. Hello, Dan. Hello, Alex. Don't worry, I'm fine. Estelle and I have some business in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please? Of course, Your Highness. By your command, my lady. Only slightly popular, isn't she? I think I'm starting to get why that Duke guy is so jealous. I didn't mean to activate this, but that's okay, I guess. Because we have 4 of them to do, so if we do 1 before finishing this quest, it's not a big deal. Now entering... Ladies Chloe and Estelle and their entourage. Open the gate. Apparently we have an entourage now. Well, Estelle, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in. Oh, can I just not? Cool. It will let me walk away. Symbol on the ground. Maybe the one the girl mentioned was on the ground. I was thinking it was like on the wall, though. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of, so that didn't help. So where is there a symbol on the ground? I feel feel like I had to have seen it somewhere, but I genuinely do not remember where. The symbol perched on the ground, huh? This white falcon symbol seems suspect to me. This bird is the symbol of Liberl, so it would stand out. I keep, like, accidentally finding the correct answers. This game makes it seem like I'm way smarter than I am. The third key is in the foreign manse. Examine Will of the Blue Knight. Alright, we got it. But what does the Blue Knight mean? Is he talking about the Royal Guard? They do certainly wear blue uniforms. I think not. It says the foreign manse, so I don't think the Royal Guard makes sense. More than anything else, it wouldn't be beautiful, so we should try something else. Is that right? Well, it is coming from someone similar, so I guess maybe I should listen to the warning here. That makes me think it's something inside one of the embassies? The only other thing I can think of is the cerulean statue. It's a long way to go to try to investigate that, though. That one I'm honestly not sure. While I try to think on that, we'll go into the castle and do that part. It would be kind of annoying if it is in one of the embassies, though. Okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask about the letter and just say hi, but let's see, who else? Julia's gone, right? Yeah, she's currently at Lyston Fortress, overseeing the refitting of the Arcee. Well, that's going to make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I wonder? With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Renne's parents. If the Hayworths have ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda kind of seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. So where would we find them, you think? Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour. And Hilda? If she isn't in the maid's room, they can tell us where she is, at least. Good idea. Maid's room and the Queen's chambers. Off we go! I should probably talk to people while I'm here. Just in case one of them has a book or something for me. Good. The door better be tightly closed after everything we dealt with. Huh. Once they closed that door, we had fewer rats. Miss Claudia? Mr. Zinn, too? Pardon me, it's been quite some time. Sure has. Yeah, reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shay. Oh, Estelle as a maid? Yeah, it was to meet with the Queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shaded her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much. Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia so perfectly, also portrayed a maidservant? Oh, noble endeavors both. I am sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet. Right, Shay, do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up. I don't remember where the library is, so we're just gonna wander around and try to talk to people. Ugh, rude. Just because you say you're sorry doesn't make it okay. Interesting. That's Hilda right there, so make sure there's nothing else. Princess Claudia. And Miss Estelle, too. Hello, Hilda. I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi, Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite alright. I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you are home safe. Aw, Hilda. You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room. Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation of the letter we received, then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be. That's it exactly. We're investigating all of the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it is not the work of anyone in this castle. Yeah, we kind of figured that one. Who is the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I check all the letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that... pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decisions, for example? Well... Hilda, please, help for my sake if no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions, per se. They were largely petitions to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Grancel, but the rest I cannot be sure on. People want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his capture and shaming. The colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him. I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing. Trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether. Well, still, even knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask about something else. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell? Yes, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey! Alas, this provides us with a little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone. Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? Their child greatly enjoyed the tour, however, our parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain. Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist? Sounds like something was on their minds, alright. Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble even then. This may give us a clue as to where they went. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess. You'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust? And if your friends lack accommodations... I had intended to stay here while in Grancel, yes, but, you know. Well, how about it, everyone? I believe they will want me to remain at the Erebonian embassy this eve. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, and I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I've got to decline this time. I should probably ask Agate and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Renne, too. That's true. It sounds like she loves the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks, Hilda. I must return to the maid quarters. Please let me know if you need anything else, if you'll pardon me. Okay, so we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right? Yes, I'd be surprised if she isn't. Let's not keep her waiting then. I don't know where her chambers are. This is just the bar. I don't remember if the rooftop thing is actually her chambers, or if that refers to something else. I think it is. Okay. Those lecherous, dirty eyes. That's not good. I don't want to go back on that rooftop. I don't wanna. I don't want to go on the rooftop. The rooftop makes me sad. I'm not going to the left. I'm not doing it. If I remember correctly, this is Claudia's room. Sorry, Chloe's. It's weird to call her Claudia. And then the Queen is up here. Ah, you finally arrived. Grandmother? Well, hi, Sieg. I see. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. So I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we met last, Estelle. Mr. Vathek and Mr. Lenheim. Both of you, of course. Something, I hit the button too fast. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. So you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated to the case, to see if we can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? Especially someone within Liberl? Claudia, what do you think? Me? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. I don't believe there's any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of those letters. Maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same. Sorry, but I don't quite follow. Alan, Colonel Richard, was not the only man who approved of the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion? Like the intelligence division guys still on the run? That would be the short of it, yes. If that is the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place, after all. I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all, blar, let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers. No, there are few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and a war footing do so out of a love for Liberl and its people. They have as much right to express that idea as any of us have ours. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility. Though, in that case, I rather doubt they'll actually try to stop the ceremony, yes? Assuming the letters from the expansionists, yes, that's quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge. Oh, rats. Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question? Of course, Olivier. Whatever you wish. She knows, too. Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others. Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know. It's all right, Estelle. Olivier has a point. The plans and proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The crossbow issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope this can help. Crossbow. That's where Renne's from, isn't it? Yes, it lies due northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains, and directly between Erebonia and Calvert. Both the Republic and Empire claim it should be part of their governments, and some Crossbellans want total independence. It's quite a mess. Crossbow's basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. That sounds entirely unpleasant. All the issues surrounding it just get called the crossbow problem. I see. Boy, no wonder people get worked up about it then. Ah, so your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pact then? To continue the analogy, it is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Liberl spurred it on. I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberl was far more of a fool's errand than I'd even imagined. That much, at least, is painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Oh wait, crossbow, Renne, duh! Sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but... My goodness, a child abandoned at the royal villa? I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems. I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty? No, I am very sorry, but I do not. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her? Yeah, we did. Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely. I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell in the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whenever you need. Oh, thanks. Grandmother, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately, but, don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say, I think. You will be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then, once you are no longer busy. Alright. My goodness, such royalty. I would say she is the only person on the continent with that sense of balance. Yeah, sort of feels weird to say coming from a democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. I kind of envy Liberal, to be honest. Of course. She's the queen, after all. Chloe? What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman Grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her. Princess? When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne? Oh, she was 20, if I recall correctly? And may I ask your age? I'm 16, but what... my point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you are not yet even as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now, wouldn't you agree? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like, say, Walter, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time, don't worry. Good job, you two. Chloe's going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you get good with pep talks as you get older, huh? Get older? How rude. I am a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zin here, even. You're one to call out someone on being rude, Olivier. Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and Grandmother both. Yep, back to town then, I guess. Okay. We're gonna end this episode right here. In the next one, we will hopefully continue on with stupid Bleublanc quest and likely hit up one or both of the MCs depending on how much time we have. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like button or subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. I hope you have a great day.